10th Chibok anniversary. Students call for adequate security in schools. Let's move on to The Nation. Student loan scheme set for takeoff with 1.2 million beneficiaries. PDP NEC meeting. The Magum led NWC to lock out unconstitutional members. Federal government targets 24-hour port clearance. IMF, Nigeria's inflation to drop 18% in 2026. Dangote crashes diesel price to 1,000 naira per litre. NIMET, Agric Ministry strengthen partnership for high yield. 10 knots governors for U.S. summit. And let's move into The Punch. Federal government rides government agency. Federal government rides governors as agency predicts flooding in 31 states. $30 billion loss. Federal government may revoke unused oil well licenses. 27 states fail to access 54.9 billion naira UBEC fund. Marketers excited as Dangote lowers diesel to 1,000 naira per litre. PDP NWC submits reports on Wike as NEC meets Thursday. Blood on Chidima's dress matched a tiger's DNA expert. UCH denies harboring Yoruba Nation agitators. PDP NWC submits reports on Wike as NEC meets Thursday. IMF reviews Nigeria's economic growth to 3.3%. Repentant female Boko Haram insurgents lament lack of suitors, cry for husbands. Tinubu eyes $4 billion annual savings from reduced bureaucracies. Ondo APC stakeholders differ on governorship primary guidelines. NDLEA destroys 304,436 kilograms of illicit drugs in Lagos. Distressed husband laments as abductors hold wife after ransom payment. Let's move on to The Guardian. Biometrics and SIM registration deadlock. Endless enrollment gobs 57 billion naira amid complaints, protests. Endless enrollment gobs 57 billion naira in 13 years amid complaints, protests. Reps caucus gives Tinubu ultimatum to end insecurity. Again, Obi highlights insensitive, undeserving allocations in 2024 budget. PDP governors Atiku, Wike camps intensify positions at Make Oma NEC. Lagos courts sentences carpenter to life jail over defilement of primary 6 pupil. NCAA issues 3-day ultimatum for review of private aircraft operators' licenses. Security operatives uncover hideout of Yoruba Nation agitators in Ibadan. Federal government helps on collaborative efforts for sustainable wash solutions. Anti-graft agency files fresh charges as Ganduje appears in court today. And that's it on The Guardian. Time to get to your reactions right now. We're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can join the live feed and also share your thoughts. The WhatsApp number and the WhatsApp voice call number and regular phone call number is 080-99930137. You can also call 08095974869 and 0700-951-0000. And so when you call in, go straight to your point, give your name, your location, and please avoid foul language. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Can you please project? You sound far away from your device.
Okay. Good morning, Itodo, and good morning to all listeners.
Welcome.
Yes. Okwi is my name. I'm calling from Abuja.
Go ahead, Okwi.
Yes, they are calling on Atiku to shape his 2027 ambition. Yes. If PDP know that they will come back to life, let them, Atiku should be an elder statesman in the party. If you drop any his political ambition and support the younger world, if PDP know that they will come back to life, issue of all this old man, they are supposed to be an elder and giving advice to we young ones. I think somebody look at the same age. Yeah? They are our grandfather that should give us support to the school in this country. And the issue of carpenter that they find 60-year-old. Yes, it's a very, very good one. Very good one. As I'm now praying to God to help me to take care of my family, help my business to grow, to make sure that I first. Someone is thinking of how to define more children. You see, some of we Nigerians we have now insecurity killing. I don't know in Abuja local expressway where it's unfortunate. It's the failure of the government. Yes, does it mean that police don't have police command or FCC don't have a police command? It's the failure of the government. Government of the day that should resign. Thank you. Have a nice day. God bless you.
All right, thank you for sharing your thoughts. Well, you mentioned the birthdays and both men, Atiku and Tinubu, being same age. They're not. The president is 72. He celebrated his birthday in March, while Atiku, who was born 25th November, is 77. So, bit of difference in their age right there, not the same age. Welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Mr. Charles talking.
Welcome, Charles. Please go ahead.
We have a country, and some of the criticism we do here is not because we want, when we look at other countries, we want things to change. Because you can't continue to be doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result. On Yoruba agitators, number one is that constitutionally, all around the world, people are entitled, and also it is their right to demand for a self-determination legally, not with arms. But I have discovered that in Nigeria, that once you want to do anything peacefully, government will not listen to you. They prefer buzzwords. That's what Nigeria government, in fact, that is their method of operation. For instance, IPOB have been agitating peacefully with flag. There has not been any issue of attack or arms. The propaganda started from the government. Even like I met yesterday, somebody called and said IPOB have been proscribed and you corrected the person. Before even that time and all of those things, it has has always been a peaceful agitation. But the fact is that the government of Nigeria believe that why would the people of the East even dare that? That is the mentality they have.
All right, Charles.
And secondly, I want to ask, why is the waterway in the East is not being developed?
All right, Charles.
They are traders who controls 99% of trading in Nigeria. And the waterways in that area is part of the thing that brought agitation.
All right, Charles.
Somebody who is importing in Onitsha has to go to Lagos. And while he's bringing his goods from Lagos, police, army, civil defense, all of them are lined up. They are extorting these guys from importing their goods.
All right, Charles. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Yeah, good morning, my dear friend.
Good morning. What's your name, please?
Isabel. Yeah. Yes. I am Isabel talking.
Go ahead, Isabel.
Itodo.
Yes.
Itodo.
Yes.
Yes. It's IMF reveals Nigerian economic growth to 3.3%. Well, I make because I don't know where their indices is coming from. Whether they actually go to the background, the beneficiaries of the economy. Because when there's economic growth, you see people's faces being brightened. You see employment rate high. See people feeling well. So I don't know whether they are talking this to be relevant or they just want to, amuse us. I will even tell them to just relax until if the economy is okay, our faces will brighten. And then go take crashing our diesel to 1,000 naira is a commendable affair. So that the haves will help the have-nots. Yes, others should follow. Thank you.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning, Itodo.
Welcome.
Good morning, all callers and listeners. When I greet you, the Abuja I greet you. That's a comment from Niger State. Itodo, Dangote doesn't have police station. What Dangote has is refinery. I think we should hear from the motorists, from the people from police station before we believe. The promises of Dangote is getting too much. They told us our own refinery will start working by this month. Let's wait and see. So we have nothing to do with Dangote for now.
Why do you think that? Because, there's a refinery which he owns and it's operating in Nigeria. So why do you think we don't have anything to do with him? Don't you feel like it would cause any difference, make any difference?
Dangote may like to change his price today or tomorrow, and nothing will happen. You understand? It's only when there will be competition of market, will not rely on individual refinery. But there is no competition of market. And you're still relying on Dangote. That doesn't work in an advanced country. And for that video and his governor, I think President Tinubu should just distance himself from the case because this is corruption charges. So that even we as individuals, one or two people, we also have problem that we may like President Tinubu to intervene now. And you see, it's not possible.
All right.
It's for everybody. It's not for only Dangote and the rest of the people. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Let's go to the live feed and see what you are saying on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Lanre Ajayi Koka in Garki says, kudos to Dangote for crashing the cost of diesel to 1,000 naira. And the government should nip this Yoruba nation agitators in the bud before it snowballs into a national quagmire. God bless Nigeria. Emeka Ohanyido says everybody should be ready to visit EFCC, okay, if they lay their hands on their old videos and pictures of throwing money around. Most Nigerians are guilty. Nigeria shall be great again. Dr. Mrs. Unma Lebara in Owerri says, Naira gaining strength and prices of goods still soaring. Until anti-inflation policies are put in place, prices of goods and services will continue to soar. The fiscal and monetary planners need to come together and find solutions to the problems to be bedeviling this country. Acknowledge the causes of inflation before tackling it. and Ozzo Francis and Amani. The federal government should explore every possible measure towards addressing the spate of hardships, high cost of living, hunger, unemployment, insecurity, and other economic challenges facing the nation. May God help us, is how he ends his message. Good morning, Josiah Oba. I pray those kidnapped along the Abuja Lokoja Road be released without harm. Let government do the needful. Ike Alaja. Okay. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Wike and Atiko's loyalist is what Lanre Ajayi starts his message with. We'll have an interesting showdown in the PDP NEC meeting. I hope and pray the party doesn't explode afterwards. God bless you. Thank you. God bless you too. And on YouTube, James Ahmed, good morning and thank you for the compliment. Mahmoud Mohammed says Atiku Abubakar is the only candidate that can go against the ruling party. Philip Oga, I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you? And on WhatsApp, you can send a message as well, Joel, to include your name and your location. Good morning. Ostola in Maitama, Dangote crashes diesel price to 1,000 naira per liter. I hope this is not just to make headlines because, okay, all right, Ostola. In one of the questionings by Senate to the CBN and his deputy, I can still remember when Governor Cardoso, the CBN governor, boldly told the Senate that his present CBN under his watch will do things differently from the former CBN government's policies. The same way the former CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele, kept borrowed money to stabilize the naira, then it's the same way this present CBN governor is doing. Okay, Raymond, that's a good way to wrap up that message. And power situation in Nigeria will forever be suffering from collapsing due to corruption, sabotage. However, this government can only work if the president solves the problem of hardship and insecurity. Therefore, I urge the president to intensify his focus to bring development to Nigeria, is what Opulent in Buhari says. Dangote crashes diesel price. It's good news, but still, if it is in his power again, he should further reduce it so that the poor can breathe. Let Atiku support a candidate, not him being a candidate in 2027. More charges for Ganduje. No condition is permanent, is how Yahaya, the head boy in Massacre, wraps up that message. We're going to break right now. The news comes up at 7 o'clock, and afterwards, it'll be time to get more of your reactions to the headlines until 7:30. You can catch up the first few minutes of the newspaper review on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Don't forget to subscribe.
This is Nigeria Info.